Hi. So today's video has to do with my gratitude and with change in general. So the first thing is my gratitude. I am grateful, so very grateful for Shiva, the deity, the Hindu deity. I am doing a yoga teacher training course. And in that course, I did a 9 days Kundalini Tantra workshop with the teacher. And at the end of that workshop, my teacher gave us our spiritual name. And I'm going to share with you now how it happened because it was just absolutely magical. We were finishing the Zoom meeting, the Zoom session that we had, and we were asking for him to give us the spiritual name, and he was going one person at a time. And he said to all of us to connect with our heart chakra. And so I connected with my heart chakra, and I was starting to feel like there was something to do with the sun. I could see the sun in my heart chakra, and then I had Surya came to mind because that's the name of the sun in Sanskrit. And I was like, yeah, damn, that's a good name. That's really cool. Okay, so I'm waiting my turn. There must have been something like 5 people before me. And then eventually he gets to me and he goes, okay, so Stephanie, now focus on your third eye chakra. And I'm like, shoot, that's not what I was doing. And that was not the plan. So, okay, I focused on my third eye chakra. And then, sorry, then he asked me, okay, so what deity can you see in your third eye? And so I'm looking at my third eye. So with my eyes shut, with my mind's eye, I'm looking at my third eye chakra, and I can see a few deities passing through, like as if they were showing through a ring there. And I'm like, I couldn't quite distinguish, and it kept on changing. And then all of a sudden, Shiva just came through. And then as it came through, I voiced in my head, Shiva. And then my teacher went, oh yeah, Shiva, definitely Shiva. And so then he said the feminine name of Shiva is Shivani. So my spiritual name is Shivani. So you can call me Stephanie or you can call me Shivani. I'm actually going to put that name in my, if I can change it, on my Facebook profile. It was such a magical moment, and it's not just because of all of what I've just described, but it's that I've been working with the Shiva energy for so long, and it is so amazing. It is incredibly powerful. It has healed me in such a magic way. Um, so I'm also doing this video because um, I was inspired by one of my clients who I think, I was inspired by one of my clients. And just now, I was dancing and this video came to me. So I just thought, okay, I have to do this because, so Shiva is the master dancer. And so it's all links up together. That's how. But basically, I have done a tarot reading for a client who then faced the situation where she was welcoming and understanding what I was saying to her, but at the same time, it requires change. If she was to take on board what I said to her, it requires change. And that is such a scary place to be at times. Facing change, knowing that moving forward purposefully and most positively means shifting and changing, and accepting that path and accepting the consequences, especially of the changes. Because when we change, it's not just us that it affects everyone and everything around us, and possibly our life on a greater scale in a most powerful way. So I wanted to make this video to explain that change does not have to be brutal, and it does not have to happen all at once. And the things that we come across in life that shift us, that hit us inside in a good way, that strike us inside, that we connect with deeply, those things, little by little, they do change us. But it does not have to be that it's you're wiping everything out and then you're putting the new stuff on the table. It's not like that. It's more a question of little by little letting the seeds sink in first of what it is that you're connecting with. It could be that I've done a tarot reading with you. It could be that I've said something to you because I received a message, which I do. It could be that you've listened to a song on radio, or that, oh, sorry, I should have muted that. Or that you are watching something on TV and it stimulates or triggers something inside of you. Or that, I mean, there's so many ways to change. Even someone crossing your path on the street and smiling at you can trigger a change. A talk with someone can trigger a change, or a need for change, or a start of a journey through change. So what I wanted to share with you today is that really when you have that trigger that connects with you and that is inviting you to change, number one, it doesn't have to be everything all at once. So, as I was saying, you can let the seed sink in and absorb the material, absorb what has been given to you or what you've been exposed to, and give it some time to really settle inside and to then meditate or think about what the implications are for you. What does it mean to you? Why are you feeling triggered to change? Why are you being stimulated by that particular element? And then looking at the big picture, yes, you can. Like, for example, if change is that you've become aware that you need to go and live in another country for your higher good, then that is the goal, and you've now figured out that goal. But you don't actually have to pack your suitcase now. You can if you want, of course, but you don't have to. If that change feels too drastic, too big, too sudden, you can take small steps. You can already start to research that country. You can start to look at what's there, ask for yourself why it would be good for you to live there, and why it has come to you, the information that it's a good thing for you to move there. And then you can start to think about how you're going to live there and start, so it's a progress. And a lot of the change in general has to do with looking after ourselves better, with loving ourselves more, with accepting ourselves, and with shifting from what hurts us or shifting from what blocks us. And so these shifts, they can happen gently. Excuse me. These changes can happen gently, and they can happen in steps. They don't have to completely be like an earthquake into your life. So it's important to take that into account. Me, I'm the kind of person who, when I'm invited rather, to change, I can potentially wipe everything out and change. But that's the Shiva energy in me, I guess. But you don't actually have to make a drastic change. But I do have bad news for you, is that when you get into contact with me, you are very strongly invited to change, and already change is happening without you necessarily noticing. So just so you're warned, it's too late already. Now the change is happening. So it's a matter of just deciding how and when and how slow, how fast it happens. But you have a certain control over this. You decide. You can even decide to ignore the change, and you can decide to go backwards. But I don't see myself the point for this. But the invitation is there. So you can take it or you can leave it. It all depends on what you want for yourself and for your life. And after saying something so powerful, there was something else I wanted to say, and now I forgot. So it's kind of killing the vibe, but never mind. Yes, Shiva. Shiva is the god of destruction. That's how I first encountered him. he came to me, and when I first started to research, the little information I got was that he was the god of destruction. And basically, he wipes everything out for a fresh start. And that's why I was saying earlier that I tend to go with the change in a very drastic way. And that's the Shiva energy in me. And that's why. It's because he tends to just wipe everything out and then you start over. But you're not starting over to rebuild exactly the same as was there. You are rebuilding a new world. You are creating a new world for yourself. And because you're creating it for yourself, you're creating for the whole of humanity. And that is the amazing power that you have and that I have, that we all have. And so there was really something else I needed to say, and I cannot remember, so I will do it in another video. But in the meantime, yes, that's it. Change is unavoidable because we shift the time frame or the time scale that we function on shifts progressively. Each second is a new second of our life. Each minute is a new minute. And so whether we like it or not, we are actually changing through that. And even though we may feel that our life is pretty much always the same or very regular or very routinely, still every morning when you wake up, you are not the same person anymore than you were the day before. And so that, I'm mentioning this, the importance for me for this is to understand that change can be very subtle. It doesn't have to be brutal, even though I like it when it's sudden and brutal, but hey. And it can be slow, but it cannot not happen. And it's just a matter of you and me, of us, being either in resistance of it or acceptance of it. And if you are in resistance of it, you are putting blocks there, or you have maybe blocks already that are creating that resistance. And otherwise, then shifting into acceptance makes everything flow, makes the universe flow through you, makes everything happen. And then abundance comes like so much richer, so much more positive. It's insane. So I just wanted to do this little video that came through as I was dancing. You know, Shiva being the master dancer, it makes sense that it came at this time. And I am sending you all the love that I have, and I am here to assist you in any way that I can if you need me to help you through change and with change. Have a wonderful day.